Hi everyone, it's Kristen here from the Dahlia Sewciety. I'm here to bring you brand new patterns for the month of April. Yes, I know April is nearly over and I have left it till the last couple of days, but there are so many beautiful new patterns just released I think you're going to really enjoy. So I thought I'd better hurry up and get this vlog out to you because I've missed you all. You may have noticed I've been missing in action because now we have just moved into our new studio space over the weekend. We've been incredibly busy moving all of our stock in. We have got patterns up and running on shelves here, but all the fabrics are still waiting for their shelving to come. So we've got them on temporary trestle tables, which is just a mammoth task because they're overflowing basically. We need our shelving and it's a few days away yet. So I've got it up and running. I'm able to get orders out, which is fantastic to have this new space. And of course you'll see that there's quite a lot yet to do. We haven't got it totally finished, but all the main jobs are done. The painting's done, the flooring's in. We've got a few things to do. We want to spruce the place up to make it a bit fancier. We've got some wallpaper to go up, some nice new shelving and storage to go, and we've got our cutting mat on its way. Some mobile storage racks, which will be fabulous as well. But we can still operate how we are, and we are just so overjoyed to finally get into our new space. It's so lovely having somewhere to film, and I can't wait to get more content out to you guys. So hopefully to keep you all inspired. So I've got a lot of fabric still to show you that I haven't shown you yet. A lot of it's still on its way. We're going to have quite a large lot of new release fabrics and patterns in the next couple of weeks as well. So looking forward to getting everything super organized, and I cannot wait to get my sewing machines in here to start doing some sewing because I've really missed that. We had our boxes sent out 2 weeks ago now. We've had Easter and I have had absolutely no time to sew, and I'm really craving getting on that sewing machine. So just behind me over here will be our desk area that we're going to have to be able to do our work for a shop, and on the other end will be where our sewing space will be. So we're going to put some pegboards up and get it all beautiful. So what I'll do when I've totally finished everything, I'm going to put a vlog together showing you how we started renovating our shed on our property. This used to be where we stored our cars, and years ago we had a caravan and so much storage. We cleared it all out, and my wonderful hubby has built this amazing space. So this half of it is our studio and where we're going to be able to operate the business from. The other half will be kind of a man cave, which I'm really excited to show you as well, because it's not just a man cave. It's going to be a place to unwind, relax. Maybe I can do a bit of yoga. Maybe you can listen to some music. We're going to have other things to do in there. We've got the pool table going in that is at the moment in our house used as a sewing table and a dumping ground. So it'll be nice to have its own space out here. And I kind of want to recreate a bit of a 1920s speakeasy style theme, little bar in the corner. Lots of decorating, which is going to be fantastic. So I love doing that, and I can't wait to show you all the decorating ideas I have for our studio space as well. So it's been such an exhausting few days. I think that the main thing was getting all of our patterns over. We have got such a huge load of paper patterns. I think we counted something like 36 different designers of actual hard copy paper patterns. So I think we may have Australia and New Zealand's largest paper library, which is fabulous. We've got so many paper patterns, which I really love. And I know that over the years I have loved PDF patterns, but there's just something special about having paper patterns, and we always like to make sure we get those kind of patterns in there a bit obscure. But today is talking about indie patterns, and a lot of these are PDF patterns. But usually when new patterns come out, they come out first on PDF, and then designers can take a little while to get paper out. So most of these will be PDF, but there's so many I want to talk to you about that are really exciting. And today I'm wearing a make that I made last month. This is the FiberMood India, and I ended up making the India in the dress in that lovely Italia jute fabric too. But this is the India in that Madame Iris fabric that I love. It's a viscose, and this is just one of my favorites. And of course, we're all so obsessed with leopard print and animal print this season. There are so many beautiful animal print fabrics coming to the store. Whenever I see something new or a new base, I am just all over it. So I've got French terries coming in animal print. I've got the Ace denim from Fabric Godmother coming in animal print. I've got a beautiful jacquard coming in an animal print. There's so much. And looking around the online stores, you know, getting inspiration, just there's leopard print everywhere, and not only in fabric and clothing, but in decorator items like throw rugs and pillows. And we're kind of using a little bit of that in our multi-purpose room here as well. But yeah, lots to show you guys. But let's talk all things new patterns for the month of April and new releases. Some of these are going to cross over into May, and of course we all know that May is creeping up on us. The end of the week, it'll be the start of the last month of autumn here in Australia, in the Southern Hemisphere. And then we'll be falling into winter. And I know a lot of you in the Northern Hemisphere are really pining away for some sunshine, some warm days. But it just feels like we have had consecutive days of beautiful warm weather, and we've been waiting for that shift and that change in the cool kind of burst, and it still hasn't come. You know, we've had a couple of coolish days, 16, 18 degrees, and then apparently it's going to be 24 again on the weekend. So the seasons are definitely stretching out longer and longer and longer, which I'm not complaining too much about because I love that mid-20s weather. But it's really confusing for the garden. And I know my dahlias this year have not done an awful lot. They're really struggling to keep up with this strange weather. Normally April, May are my best months for dahlias, and this month has been terrible for them, and I think because we had such a dry summer. So yeah, I'm just wondering what's going on with them. And I know a lot of you have said you've already had them blooming earlier in or later in summer, so it's really weird. But the garden has definitely taken a back seat because we've had so much on the go with this studio. But it's all been worth it, and I just can't wait to get some sewing done in here and get things organized and give you all a guided tour. So that's my aim. I can't wait to get that done. So starting off, don't forget for next month, we have Me Made May. It's all over Instagram. And I know a lot of you love your challenges. A lot of you aren't into challenges, but we find that Me Made May is just something, there's not really a competition, or it's not really, there's no prizes and that kind of thing. It's all about sharing your makes. And I love seeing that. So I'm going to try and do a bit of Me Made May this year, or maybe show you guys what I wear each day for each day of the week for the month of May. There's also our Makers Gallery. We've had such a great response to the Makers Gallery here. Our last vlog that went out for Phoebe and I, we were showing all the beautiful makers, our customers, what you all make. So if you have got a make that you've made of either our fabrics or our patterns, send it in to Kristen at the dahliasewciety.au, and I will then showcase it on my May Makers Gallery, because we love seeing what people have made. So let's check out new indie patterns for the month so far. Now, the new FiberMood issue has just been released. I'm going to grab a copy and show you. Now, you'll notice in the background too, we've got a little wooden shelf that'll be going there, and we're going to put some nice plants and things. Can't wait to have some hanging plants, and a bit of greenery will really spruce the place up really nice. So the FiberMood issue number 33 has some gorgeous patterns. Now, don't forget, if you love this sewing mag, it's available in our store, but if you prefer the PDF patterns, you can go online to the FiberMood store and purchase these patterns. And also don't forget that the seam allowance on the PDFs is you can either opt in to have seam allowance in or seam allowance taken off when you print them out, either in PDF or A0. But in the magazine, from memory, I don't think they have a seam allowance included. You have to add that on yourself. Now, I'm not going to talk about all the patterns, but the one I love is the Siren Cross shirt. Now, that is this one here. If you're looking for a great little sort of tuck-in blouse, or maybe a cropped blouse, that is a fabulous pattern. I love how this is a really trans-seasonal issue, and you've got gorgeous skirts. There's a really lovely dress in here as well. I love the look of that. There is the Blaze sweater, which I think would be a fabulous one for us heading into the cooler months. The Rebel dress has this really interesting asymmetric shoulder popping out one side, which is fabulous. You got your layering pieces as well, which are just beautiful. So yeah, I really, really love the look of that siren shirt. I think that is a pick of the bunch for me with a classic pair of jeans. But yes, FiberMood is such a fabulous mag, especially the way they photograph everything. It's always so beautifully done. That's issue 33 out now. And of course, the Tauco mag we have sold out of. Our latest issue of Tauco will be getting more very shortly. They become more popular. We love to let the sewers in the community know about things like that. So that is a fabulous makers magazine. Now let's talk about other new patterns for the month. The beautiful vest from True Bias that's come out. Now this has caught my attention. I think Carolyn from Love to Sew was talking about how she loves this vest. It is reminiscent of one of the named patterns that I made back in the Astery dress. It's very quite similar, but there's quite a few different little details as well. Now this is the Queen vest and dress. It has a really lovely cinched in buckle style detail at the back to give you the shaping and the V-neck. You've got your princess seams, but it is unlined, so you can use things like bias binding to finish off your seams, which is always a great way to finish things off. You've got 4 length options. There's either a cropped vest or a hip length vest with that lovely diagonal sort of opening at the front. You can either make the mini dress or the midi length dress. So this one's a great one for using something a bit heavier. So maybe a denim or a corduroy or a canvas, a linen, or a twill. And this one will be fabulous for layering heading into autumn winter as well, because I do know a lot of you love your pinny style dresses, and that one has a really nice lot of shaping. So the size range on the Queen is 0 to 32, and I can really imagine this even in a lovely check or a tartan would be beautiful, or a corduroy, like a fine baby cord as well. Great for layering, but beautiful in a linen for any of you heading into spring, summer. The next one that's caught my attention is one that we love. Now, the Zalia dress is on my list to make. A lot of our customers have had this printed. I've seen many of you printing out an A0, and I know it's a popular dress, but it's definitely one I've had on my to make at least for many months now. But what I love about that is that when you see a popular pattern from Style Arc, they always come out with expansion packs to give you more bang for your buck. And it's so fantastic because you get lots of different options. Now, this hard copy of patterns is coming this week. We've ordered them. They are on their way. Hopefully by the end of the week we'll have them, because I know you guys love your Style Arc paper patterns. But yeah, definitely available on PDF and A0 as well on the Style Arc website. Size range is 0 to 30. Now the regular style has that billowy bishop sort of sleeve. The expansion pack has we've got a lantern style 2-piece sleeve, which is stunning. There's also the option for a V-neck with a frill option and the flouncy kind of sleeve. Then there's a slimmed short sleeve, so shorter sort of bishop sleeve with the same balloon effect. And then there's also a 2-piece pin tuck sleeve, which is fantastic as well, in the lovely like fluttery style. So many different options. If you love your Zalia, you can make it in a top, blouse format, or a dress, but to have all these options is a fantastic thing. So yeah, the Zalia is a lovely simple style, especially great for showcasing a lovely big print as well. So can't wait to make that. But yeah, deciding now what kind of sleeve to make, because so many options there. The next pattern release was from the lovely Kate from Pattern Emporium here in Australia. They've come out with a beautiful new lyrical shirt. I have got that ready to make. The lovely Kate and I've been chatting about what a stunning style blouse it is. The lyrical shirt is about soft volume. It's a modern style shape. It's about flow and form and quiet drama. It's all about these lovely soft neck ties and like an open style front, but you can also pop the collar on if you like that collar style feature. And you can have the ties, so you can go either or both together. It has a really lovely collar, structured collar as well, if you like that more modern look. I love the puff sleeve. They're kind of a understated feminine puff style with a soft gathered frill. You've got the options of a full sleeve or a kind of 2/3 sleeve with a nice gathered elastic piece down the bottom, so you can sort of push them up and have them at the elbow length, which is what I really love. So you can either do the short or mid sleeve as well. You've got either the option of button front or snap front, and size range on the Pattern Emporium Lyrical is 4 to 30. I just adore this, and I will be making mine in that beautiful Crozette tropical viscose crepe fabric. I can't wait to get this started. It's the first thing on my list when I get my sewing machine set up that I want to make, and I'm desperate to make a kind of dress style version of this. So I did say to Kate, can you please make something like this shirt style, but maybe with an A-line skirt? So I'm really craving a shirt style dress with a more fuller or A-line skirt, but not gathers. So yeah, hopefully there's something on the cards there in the not too distant future for my dream shirt dress, which I've been looking for literally years now. But the top blouse is exactly what I'm looking for, but now just to find the skirt piece. So it's definitely something I could hack into a dress, but if you're wanting to just lengthen this shirt into a shirt dress with a tie belt, that would be perfection as well. But love Kate's patterns. There's so many great details in her instructions and all the pics there. And yeah, I do have an affiliate link for Pattern Emporium patterns if you're interested. Linked in the description box below, but it's definitely one I want to make because I just love a good blouse, a good shirt. It's one of my most worn garments throughout the year. Now, if you like a kind of understated casual but very on trend look, the Fabric Godmother color trousers has just been released. Now, these are a beginner style pattern, pull on, wide leg, relaxed, full length pant. They are an elastic waist, so very, very comfortable, and you can add lots of different little features onto these pants. You can put a little drawstring at the front. There's a side stripe feature which you can add in a woven fabric, but these are actually a knit fabric. So you need to use something not too lightweight, not too drapey. So stay away from things like viscose jerseys or soft drapey jerseys and head more for something like maybe a viscose ponte. So a lovely soft ponte with a bit of body, or maybe a sweatshirting fabric, or a jersey, like a mid-weight jersey cotton would be perfect as well. But I think my pick of the bunch would be a ponte, a viscose ponte with that little soft drape but nice stability as well. I think that'd be perfection. So size range in this is 6 to 30, and I really love seeing how Josie from Fabric Godmother has styled this with an open shirt and like a singlet or a t-shirt underneath and tucked in, and you can wear little trainers with it as well, or maybe a little cropped denim jacket. But yeah, these are very on trend at the moment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Are they your style, or are they a bit more sort of fashion forward for you? Or do you find that the lounge look mixed with the dressy look is not your thing? A lot of people wear these style of pull-on pants with heels even and dress them up. But for me, I really do love a good loungewear look. I really love how they've dressed it up with just an open, like a white shirt. I think it looks sort of classic, but yeah, that's the latest from Fabric Godmother. So not something I would have expected them to bring out. Of course, they're all about their dresses and their showy fabrics, so something quite simple for them, but maybe definitely a pattern that's been missing in the indie pattern world. Now, Wardrobe by Me has released the Artist Jacket. If you love a good boxy style jacket that you can use, like a functional style jacket, this one might be the one for you. Its size range is 0 to 24. There is a tutorial on YouTube you can follow along if you want your handheld there right throughout making the pattern. It's a relaxed boxy jacket inspired by a utilitarian look with a drop shoulder, a button finished, a soft yoke with gathers and patch pockets. So made for a style and storage, they've said. So yeah, definitely one to use for a creative type. Of course, if you're making anything or you're wanting pockets to put your little tools and that kind of thing in, it would be perfect. It's unlined and also mid-weight, so great for things like canvases. A nice bold canvas print would be fabulous, or maybe a denim or corduroy would be a perfect layering piece for autumn, winter, or maybe heading into spring. I love this new one from Itch to Stitch, the Mauritius. Now, this is a really lovely blouse wrap style pattern, but it's kind of a little bit of a peplum, not with a frill, but more like the wrap style blouse. So really unusual woven wrap top with a lot of button features, light to mid-weight woven, so things like your linens or your viscose are perfect. It has a really interesting button closure and button feature on the front. The size range on Itch to Stitch is 0 to 40. It has a lovely little wrist pleat detail there, and you can make it in a longer sleeve or short sleeve. And that one, of course, Itch to Stitch has great versions for bust adjustments. You can use your full bust version as well. So a lovely, sweet little top for wearing with a nice pair of jeans, pair of heels for wearing out. Those type of tops are fabulous if you're not into wearing dresses and you still want to have something dressy on up top. I think that is a gorgeous one. The lovely Forget-Me-Not Patterns Jo has released a brand new bag called the Zenta Tote Bag. This one is such a sweet bag. It's a tote bag with a lot of pleating detail, and it really reminds me of her. A lot of her patterns have these pleating details. So very iconically Forget-Me-Not. You'll know the RST. There's a couple of her patterns with that diagonal style pleat that she does so well. The lovely Jo, when she was recovering from COVID, she unfortunately had long COVID and was bedbound for a long time, and it really got her thinking creatively outside the box. And she decided to come out with a tote bag pattern that would be not only useful but something really decorative and beautiful. And I know she does have a 20% off for the release as well, which is fabulous. Now, the gorgeous brand from France, Cousette, has a really lovely range coming out that I should have by the end of the week. A stunning brand. Now it's called Due South in French. I can't remember exactly what that is, but it's just such a beautiful launch for their spring summer. But for us here, we wanted the whole range. So we are getting their jacquards, their beautiful viscose crepes, and their new coloured denim. So that's all coming hopefully by the end of the week. But with that, they've also released some gorgeous patterns. There's 3 patterns in this range. The first one is the Bronzette dress, which is a stunning dress with a bandeau style across the bust and this really lovely kind of halter shoestring style strap that crosses at the back and has this really lovely sort of drawstring effect. So all about the feature at the back, and a beautiful like goddess style maxi floaty flowy dress, and that fabric we'll be getting as well, and that dress is just heavenly. Love that one. The size range in these patterns is extra small to XXXL, so I think it goes up to a 52 from memory. Love the eyelet blouse and jacket. It's a mandarin style collar with a 3/4 sleeve with pleating detail, and you can wear this one as a blouse or as an open jacket, and they've done it in quite a few different fabrics to give you the feel of more of a heavier woven compared to a lighter weight woven, but their blouses are just superb to wear and to make. And the other one is the operette wrap skirt. Absolutely beautiful if you love a floaty wrap dress, or wrap skirt I should say. This is made from 2 semicircle shapes, but the shape and the silhouette it gives is just stunning, and I love how they've done that in that beautiful viscose crepe as well. But yeah, I love Cousette patterns. They are just so fashion forward and beautiful, have beautiful collections with their fabrics and their patterns, and they are very popular patterns in our store. But we absolutely love this new collection from them. So that is the patterns I have here for the end of April. Oh my goodness, I just can't believe the month has just sped by that quickly. And also there are a few new patterns that I hear in the grapevine are coming out at the start or middle of May. So there's quite a lot happening in the indie pattern front that I'm sure you're all going to love. So yeah, lots of things to think about sewing for the wardrobe for the change of season. Now I'll be back at the end of the week with brand new fabric launches. There's so much to get through, and then next week we're going to have all of our kind of late autumn winter ranges of gorgeous sweatshirting and cuffing and all that kind of thing all coming in right in time for the weather to cool down. So lots of inspiration happening for that. Yeah, our boxes, I'm going to show you guys our last month Into the Wood box that was released. Now for next month's box, it'll be the 2nd Sunday of May, which I think is Mother's Day here. Now the theme is the Lady of the Lake, and you may have heard the story of the Lady in the Lake, the story of King Arthur and the sword, and it's a bit magical. And yeah, this box is a lovely finish off to the autumn season here for us before we head into winter, but I can't wait till that one comes out. It's very different and beautiful. I've had a beautiful response to the Into the Woods box. I'm going to show you what I made of that fabric as well, and the pattern that I made that is just such a great pattern as well. So thanks for tuning in today. I hope you've enjoyed that, and don't forget all of these patterns listed below in the description box. You can head to the websites for these pattern designers, and yeah, and we'll have brand new fabrics and patterns at the end of the week to show you all. So take care, happy sewing. We'll see you all shortly. Bye for now.